So coming to whatever seat is calling to you, maybe it's on your back, maybe on the block, easy seat, a place that you can come to where you can really leave the day behind you, focusing just on your mat, on your practice. Maybe noticing the breath. This is our 5th week together. And I hope that it is both celebration and fun and freeing, but also a time of reflection and recognition for self, for any small changes that you've noticed over these last several weeks. Maybe there was a time over the last 4 weeks that you were able to think before you spoke. Just once, literally. This does not have to, this is progress, not perfection, my friends. Maybe you were able to call upon the breath within yourself to cause a pause. Maybe you were able to speak kindness to yourself or to someone near you. That can be challenging. Maybe you just stand up a little taller. Feel a little lighter. Feel a little stronger. Yoga changes the way that we see things. It can change the way that we see ourselves. The lens of the eye. The gateway to the mind. Small and large changes. It's important to recognize them. Through recognition, we build upon them. We keep going. You've made a habit by committing to these Mondays for yourself. I read a quote that said, "The secret to change is to not fight the old, but to build on the here and the now." And that's what we're going to do tonight. We'll do a lot of movements that we've done before. And hopefully you're able to find some freedom and feel in your own energy some of these movements. Inviting energy in on the inhales, maybe even feeling the energy kind of from the bottom of the knees, the feet, through the front body, like a light wrapping around to the top of the head. And as you exhale, feel it going down like a loop, an energetic loop through the body. As you exhale out anything that is not serving you, that you need to leave behind the mat. Because this is your sacred time that you've devoted to yourself. And on your inhale, if there's a mantra that you would like to cultivate, if there's a change that you have recognized that you want to build upon, maybe bringing that to your inhales, drawing it into the body even deeper. Exhaling out all of the breath. Take a nice deep inhale, inhaling whatever it is that you are cultivating for this evening. Hold at the top, open the mouth side out. One more deep, deep inhale. Hold at the top, release anything that is not serving you. Open the gaze slightly, bring color back into the room and come onto the back body. If you've got a block or a book, go ahead and bring it off to the side. Although I don't know that we're gonna need it just yet, but that's okay. Coming onto your back, lift up the feet, the arms are to a T. Your head and shoulders and neck are gonna be on the earth. But we're going to pick up the feet. Feel the low abdominals kind of really tensing and pulsing. You've been here before. You know what it's like to call on your lower abs. Point the feet. Take an inhale. Flex the feet. Point the feet. And then pick up the legs and hover them up and over to the left. Arms are to a T, pushing into the earth with the palms. Extend the top leg out. And then bring the top leg in. Exhaling, bringing the feet through center. Take an inhale, sending the legs over to the opposite side. Top leg extends, and then bring it in. Going mindfully and at your own pace, think about pushing into the earth with the palms, calling on the lower abdominals and the obliques to hover the knees on each side, and then just sending that leg, that top leg out, if you can, if you're able to keep the integrity of the abdominals. If you're not, and you just want to hover the knees, that's okay. Soft through the neck here, so maybe just continuing to stare up at the ceiling, imagining it's a beautiful, bright blue Carolina sky with sunbeams, or maybe it's a beautiful star-filled evening, whatever you want to bring to your mind, ignoring whatever fingerprints are up there, because I know most of you have children. Coming back through, keep going. Working to move your body and breath together, so the breath is connected to this movement. These first few minutes of class are really going to be about this intentional kind of breath to movement. Coming back to center. We're going to do some bicycles. Feet can be flexed or pointed. Head can stay on the ground, doesn't matter to me, whatever you like here. Take an inhale. You are going to lift up the head. Do it on an exhale. Feel the lower abdominals coming in. Extend one leg, cross opposite elbow. Bring it back in. Extend opposite leg. The lower the legs go, the harder it is to keep the abdominals in together. Moving really slowly and mindfully here. Try to keep the elbows nice and wide and lift and crunch on the oblique, rather than kind of bending the elbow in. To make that connection, really think about that crunch, that low rib and hip kind of coming in towards each other. You're so strong. Those audible exhales are keeping you going here. 2 more each side. Head down, knees, and give yourself a hug. Gentle kind of rock. And then just come onto hands and knees. So go ahead and roll onto hands and knees. No need for any kind of crazy postures here, just tabletop. Stacking the joints, all right? So wrists, shoulders in alignment, knees, hips aligned, thinking about kind of that dumping into the belly or tucking the tailbone, working on a neutral pelvis here in our tabletop. Widen the fingers, look down at your fingers. Middle fingers are facing towards about the corners of the mat. Micro bend into the elbows, wrap those elbows towards the back of the room. Engage the core, engage that midline. Really turning on, thinking about drawing and lifting the front body towards the back body, turning it on. Taking an inhale, and then extend the right leg long, flexing through, oh, you can't see my foot. Flexing through and just kind of pulsing through that calf. Keeping the hips evenly down. And then find some sort of static hold and push through that heel. Energetic push through the heel, tone through the glutes. Replace right leg, extend left leg. And then just kind of flexing through that back of the left leg, pushing into the hands. And then coming back into a tabletop, let's do some cat cows here. Let the belly drop, kind of the shoulders come up towards the ears, gaze lifts, tailbone goes towards the sky. Micro bend into the elbows. Exhale, pushing the floor away. Drop the brain towards the floor. Doming through the back, tailbone tucks. Coming into that cow pose, the heart is coming through the forearms. Going through a few of these on your own. At your own pace, connecting your body to your breath. And then wag your tail over to the left and then look over to the left with the left shoulder. Kind of think if you can close off that left oblique. And now leaving the left hip over to the left, shift the weight into the right hand, shift the hips more to the left. Now shift the hips over to the right. And now bring the right elbow and the right shoulder, even though the elbow's not going to make it, right? But you're just kind of sending it over into that direction, and the right shoulder back towards the right hip. Leaving the right hip over to the right, shift the weight into the left hand. And then just kind of shifting the hips, maybe shifting the hips back towards the heels, then up and over to the right, towards the hands, making some circles here, even engaging through the wrists and the hands. Let the head be really heavy. Have some fun with this. Try not to be too serious, and then switch and move into the other direction. Noticing where your breath and your body are making any connections. Are they moving together? Are you able to kind of dance into this or fall into this? Are you feeling a little free? Or maybe in the first week when we did any of this stuff, you were like, oh, this feels so awkward. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, now you know you don't really need to know what you're doing. You just need to connect your body and your breath. And that's where the power is. Big toe mounds come together, knees go wide, push back into a child's pose, palms face forward. Or palms face towards the ceiling, excuse me. Make a fist, so middle fingers come towards the wrist. And then open up the hands. Make a fist. Open up the hands. One more fist. Open them up, palms face down, coming back into our tabletop. Left leg lifts like a puppy peeing on a fire hydrant. Shoulders, hips facing towards the ground. Left knee comes towards the left tricep. Squeeze, crunch. Woo-hoo. Extend it back. Squeeze, crunch. Extend it back. You're doing great. Squeeze, crunch. Plant the left foot to the outside of the left hand. If you got a blanket or something you want to put under your knee, we're going to come into a half split and a quad stretch. So we'll be on our knees for just a minute here. So if you're starting to get a little crunchy, or you can fold up the back of your mat or the side of your mat. Start to walk the hands a little bit forward, feeling a nice kind of a lunge and stretch in that right hip flexor. Breathing. Arms are on the inside of the left leg. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Walk the hips, or shift the hips back towards the glute. Left foot comes towards the ceiling. Flex through the left toes. Hands can be wherever for balance. That doesn't matter. Point that left foot and then flex it back. Flex those toes back towards your nose. You should feel this. If you're starting to feel stress in that knee, just micro bend it. No biggie. Macro bend it. I don't care. It's your knee. Walk, or coming back into like more of a 90-90 position. Shift the hips back just so you can kind of pick up that right foot. Right heel comes back towards the right glute. Don't grab it yet. Just feel like your muscle's gonna spasm. That's great. Okay, if you've got a block for balance, you can grab it. We're just coming into a quad stretch, quad stretches are like a bear. For me, opposite hand helps balance out my body. Some people like the same side. I don't know what you like. Shift the hips back so you can find that foot. If this is too much for you, you cannot grab the foot. You can reach the arm back and still pulse that right heel towards the right glute. I am sure your hamstring is burning. Pulse, squeeze, pulse, squeeze, pulse, squeeze. Hold it, feel it. I mean, this is amazing. Y'all are going to do this for another week, probably 2, unless you are. And good for you. Shift the hips back. Now send that left foot more forward. So kind of like you're coming into a little bit of a half split. If you've got the blocks or books on either side, that can be helpful. Lift the torso up and then exhale, fold over that left leg. This is juicy. Leave any stress and pressure that you're having in the neck. Just leave it, right? There is no stress or pressure in the neck. If you want to windshield wiper those feet back and forth, you can. If you want to try and extend it out a little bit more, you can. Feel like I hate all of this. Just breathe. You're almost done. Try to soften something, anything. Come back to that change, that mantra, that intention, whatever it is for you. Left foot back into starting position and then coming back into our tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Puppy peeing on a fire hydrant on the right. Crunch right knee towards right tricep. Extend the right leg, flex it. Whew. Right knee, right tricep. Extend. Right knee, right tricep. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And then plant that foot. Extend that left knee back just so that you're off the kneecap. Coming into that lunge position, lizard lunge with the hands. With the hands in front. That right knee can be out or in, whatever you need here. And then just find some stillness. Shifting the hips back, right toes come towards the sky. Oh yeah. Hands can be on either side. Flex those toes back towards your nose. And then point. And then flex. And you can windshield wiper if you'd like. Planting that foot, coming into that quad stretch on this side, bringing the left heel in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then shifting the hips back. Maybe you want to grab it. Maybe you just want to reach for it. Maybe you don't want to do any of that. Finding your edge, finding some place between effort and ease where you know, okay, and not going right into your edge either, but breathing into it. We've been in each posture for a few breaths, right? So if you jump right into your edge, how will your body know where to go? How will your breath know to find you there? Shift the hips back towards the heel without slingshotting, release the left foot. Shift the hips back and then send that right foot more far forward. However that is for you. I don't know. I've got some decent flexibility because I worked on this quite a bit. You're like, I don't look like anything like that. Go to somewhere where you can feel this. That doesn't matter to me. You've got your blocks and you're like, okay, those are going to be great. Come up on your blocks. That's great. Or books, whatever you've got. Take an inhale and then exhale. See if you can fold over that leg. Coming back into our 90-90 position, untuck the back toes. Step the left foot up to meet the right and meet me at the top of your mat in mountain pose. In our mountain pose, palms are facing forward, feet are really gripping into the earth, micro bend into the knees. Maybe there's a fist width in between our feet, maybe a little more, a little less, depending on your feet. Checking in with the pelvis. Are we tucked, sticking out, somewhere in the middle? Really nice foundation here. Inhale, reach the palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, palms come through heart center as we fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the feet back, coming into our plank. If you know you like a full-on chaturanga, go ahead and hold here. For everybody else, go ahead and lower the knees, untuck the toes. Think about isometrically dragging the heels of the hands towards the knees. That shifts the body, torso forward, and then lower in between the hands. Picking up the left foot, reaching it back behind you, pushing it into the floor, picking up the right foot, reaching it behind you. So the tops of the feet, tops of the thighs, and pubic bone are pushing into the earth. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Think about direct, holding the triceps in towards the midline. Pushing into the pubic bone, take an inhale, lift the head and the heart, cobra. 2 breaths here. On an exhale, forehead finds the floor, push back into child's. Just for a second. And then lifting up the hips, coming into down dog. Bending into opposite knees, just walking the dog here, adjusting your stride however you need. Maybe gently shaking the head, yes and no. Coming into some stillness, push into the floor. Think about drawing the tailbone up towards the earth. Heels drip towards the floor, even if they're 3 feet away from the floor, that's fine. Shifting the weight into the left foot, maybe even stepping it over an inch or 2 to the right. And then lift the right foot, coming into 3-legged dog. Shifting the weight into the hands, the right knee comes in towards the chest, knee to nose, push the floor away, and then step the right foot somewhere towards the top of the mat in between the hands. Adjusting your feet so that they're on railroad tracks. We're going to inhale up into our lunge. Bending deeply into that front knee. Take a nice deep inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink down. This time on our inhale, reach up. Exhale, open into warrior two. Nice strong arms here. And more into that front leg. Exhale, straight into the front leg. All 10 toes face towards the front. Moving towards goddess, heels in, toes out. Sink down in the hips. Right arm under left, eagle arms. Ooh. Sink a little lower. Think about engaging through that midline. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift the arms up just an inch. Shoulders away from the ears. Think about your core. Think about your legs. All right, we're transitioning to warrior two with the left arm reaching towards the front. Right foot's going to be parallel towards the back of the mat. So we're moving on our mat here, having a little fun. Look over those left fingers. Bend into that left leg. Peaceful warrior, reach the left arm forward, flip the palm. Right arm grazes the right thigh, reach up. Melt the heart, bend more. Tone through those glutes. Extended side angle, left forearm finds the left thigh. Right fingers reaching overhead. Think about a long line, right fingers to the knife edge of the right foot. Hold there while I figure out what I'm doing next. Perfect. Coming into crescent on this side. Fingers, hips, and toes all face forward. Adjust the feet. Reach the arms up into crescent. Take an inhale. And then start to shift the weight, straighten through that front leg. Fold over that front leg. Bending into the left knee, right toes are going to find the sky. Head's really heavy, it's probably facing somewhere towards your knee. And then bring the right foot down to meet the left in your forward fold. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale through the mouth. Pushing into the heels, slowly coming up to a stand. Inhale, shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, roll them down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, palms press through the heart, fold forward. Your practice, your journey. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back, push. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale up to cobra. Forehead finds the floor. Pushing back into our child's. If you want to go right to down dog, you are welcome. You're in child, up to down dog. Maybe moving that right foot over towards the center of the mat and then lifting the left leg high to the sky. Push it into the hands. Left knee comes in towards the chest, in towards the nose. Push the floor away and step the left foot towards the front of the mat. Adjusting your feet so they're on railroad tracks, and when you're ready, lifting the chest off the thigh and then raising the arms. Bending into that front leg. Open up into warrior two. Really strong triceps here. Look over that left forearm or those left fingers. You are a warrior. Think about the inner thighs spiraling towards the sky. Neutral pelvis. Straighten through that left leg. Toes out, heels in. Sit it down for goddess. Left arm under right, I think. Maybe. Yeah, that feels about right. Coming into our goddess with eagle arms here. Nice strong legs. You're gonna feel this round. You're gonna love it. Squeeze the glutes. And then opening up into warrior two. So the left foot becomes parallel, right toes face forward. Think about the front heel isometrically pulling back towards the inner arch of the back foot. So strong legs. Reach that right arm forward like you're serving some tea. Palm faces forward. Reach up and back. Peaceful warrior. Bend into that front leg. Extended right forearm, right thigh. Your left arm is kind of by the tricep and the ear are near each other as you're reaching in opposition. And then closing that off, coming into a bit of a crescent lunge. So adjusting your feet. You are not glued to this mat, friends. Reaching those arms up. Straightening through the front leg, folding over that front leg. Bend into that front leg. We're coming into that half split. So the weight goes into the right foot, left toes go towards the sky. And then stepping that left foot to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Release the head, release the neck. Roll the shoulders. And then slowly roll up to stand. Oh, I forgot our abs. I don't know if we have time. We're gonna do this twice and then we'll decide. So with the chaturanga, I don't know. I think I'll explain this, but who knows? Just watch me just for a minute. So the idea of chaturanga, right? So we fold forward, inhale halfway, so flat back. That can be hands on thighs or shins, right? But just the idea of creating space from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and then folding. So we're creating more length into that fold. We step back into the plank. Really firm plank here, so the knees are facing towards the feet. This is the perfect place to be. Lower the knees, untuck the toes. Think about dragging the heels of the hands towards the feet, lowering down. From here, pushing through the lower body to lift to the chest. So for Cobra, I normally cue Cobra, so it's just a tiny, tiny, tiny little heart lift. If you'd like something bigger, like an upward facing dog where your arms are more straight, you can do that. If you want Sphinx where you're on your forearms, you can do that. It's really up to you. From there, we tuck our toes and push back into a downward facing dog. We cue that, and I'm going to cue that 4 or 6 times in this next flow. You literally, if you would like, forward fold, halfway lift, step back, child's pose. And when I cue down dog, you will be there. So you don't have to do this little push-up thing. If you're like, my arms, I'm tired of splatting on the floor. I'm behind. I want to do the other stuff. I want to hold things longer. I just want to be in child's pose. That's cool. This is your practice. So we're going to do 2 more rounds. The first round will be a little faster than the last one. And then the last round we'll try to do 1 breath per 1 movement. So it'll be a little faster. So yeah. And I'll probably add in a twist if I can remember because it's on my paper, but please. So the other thing is when we're in our 3-legged dog, If you want to have your hands on your blocks to create more space to come up, bring this foot up to the front of the mat, the blocks are great for that. Same thing with the half split. So, all right, meet me at the top of your mat. Close the eyes. Micro bend into the feet, or into the knees, or the feet, whatever. Feel the feet really gripping into the earth. See if you're swaying side to side. Maybe noticing if you can ground into the feet, lift the crown of the head a little bit more towards the sky to create this energetic lift and pull to keep the sway to a minimum. Think about that energetic light on the inhale, kind of pulling up from the ground all the way through the front line of the body. And then as you exhale, it's just kind of grounding down through the back of the body. One more time. Feel it's like a light. You can actually follow this light from your feet through the midsection, around your face, down the crown of the head. And as you exhale, exhaling out. It's really kind of through the back and the tailbone through the feet, grounding you. Coming back to that mantra, if you'd like to, inhale, arms up, open those eyes. Exhale, palms through heart center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back plank. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, cobra, or up dog, or whatever you like, or be a child's pose. Tuck the toes, push back, quick child's. Lift the hips, down dog. Maybe moving that left foot towards the center of the mat. Inhale, right leg lifts. Right knee steps towards the front of the mat, however you want to get there. Inhale, arms up, crescent. Maybe lifting and reaching a little bit more, bending a little deeper in that front leg. Exhale, open up, press, warrior two. Firm grounding to the knife edge of the back foot, really pushing into the ground. Straighten to that front leg. Heels out, heels in, toes out. Goddess. Swing that right arm underneath the left, eagle arms. Sink the little boar, you've got it. Open up warrior two, looking over the left arm. Back, right foot's parallel, back foot, doesn't matter where, we don't have a back in the front nor mats. Woo, look at us. And more into that front leg, strong legs. Reach that left arm forward, peaceful warrior. Oh yeah. Feel an opening up like an accordion on those left ribs. Left forearm, left thigh, extended. Option here, if you want to open it up, you can look at those left fingertips, open up the left fingertips towards the left foot. Right arm reaches towards the sky. Option, you can take it, you cannot. Either way, close it down, coming towards the front of the mat. We're gonna go right for that right leg going towards the sky. You can skip that right foot towards the top. For me, it's helpful to inhale to find slight, to lift up into the torso, to then fold over that left leg. Right foot meets the left. Ground into the feet, slowly roll up to stand. Take an inhale, open the mouth side out. Sweep the arms up, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back plank. Strong arms here, just lower the knees, lower the chest. Inhale, cobra, or push back into child's pose. Forehead finds the floor. Quick child's. Down dog. Right foot can come towards the center of the mat as you inhale, lift the left leg. Left knee comes towards the nose, pushing the floor away. Left foot steps forward. Adjusting the back foot so you're more on railroad tracks. And then coming up into your crescent, toning through the glutes. Powerful legs here. Open up into warrior two. Coming into eagle, heels out, heels in, toes out. I'll get that at some point. Left arm underneath the right. See if you can sink. Oh yeah. Open up right arm forward. Spiral on that back foot. Warrior two. We're having a good time here. Peaceful warrior. Reach it forward. Bring it back. Extend it. Now if you want to open it up so that your hands are more in like a T shape, it's a great place for a walk. If I had it close by. Using that right knee, right elbow to push into that right knee. Just a little tone through the glutes. Feel the hips shift forward a little bit. And then close it down. And if you've got that block, this can be helpful. You're gonna pick up those back feet, bring them towards you. Think about creating some length in the spine and then tip forward. Head be heavy. You can even inhale halfway, lift with the torso, then fold a little bit more. And then bring those left toes to meet the right. Pushing into the heels, coming to a stand. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back plank. Lower the knees. Lower the chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, forehead finds the floor. Push back. Child's pose. Lift the hips. Down dog. Right leg lifts. Step the right foot somewhere towards the top of the mat. Shift the feet, come up into crescent. It's okay if you skip a bunch of stuff. Open up into warrior two. Have fun. Find your own place here. Just listen and do whatever you hear me say that your body moves to. Who cares? Open up a goddess. Some arm under the other arm. I don't care which. Open up warrior two. Flow with it. Who cares? Have fun. Smile. Peaceful warrior, you are so strong. Extended. You can twist it or you can just extend it, whatever you like. Close it down. However you get there, if you want those right toes to come towards the sky. If you don't, just go into a forward fold. Right foot meets the left. Release the head. And then slowly come up to stand last time. I hope you had a little fun. You're gonna have one more chance. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back. Plank. Meet me in child's if you want, or flow through it. Lower the knees, lower the chest. Cobra. Forehead finds the floor, child's pose or down dog. If you're in your child, meet me in down. Right leg lifts, friends. Left foot finds somewhere towards the top of the mat. Just the feet onto railroad tracks. Meet me in crescent. Warrior two. Goddess with eagle. Whatever arm. Warrior two, opposite direction. Peaceful warrior. Extended or that little fun twist. Close everything down, coming into that funky little half split. Grab the block if you want, or just meet me in forward fold. Smile wherever you are. You have made it. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Oh man, if you're with me next week, we're gonna do this like little hovering flamingo thing. Forgot about that. Dang it. That's okay. Step the left foot down. I think we've had enough fun for tonight. Full forward. Opposite elbow, opposite hand. The head be heavy here. I was in Disney for like 4 days. Flamingo sounded so fun. Let the knees be really heavy. Let the chest actually rest on the thighs as you can. Inhale in the nose. And then open the mouth, side out. Heel toe the feet towards the width of the mat. Lower the hips down. Coming into a quick malasana, not for long. Then just bring the hands behind your booty and just bring your bottom down. Whew. We're not doing abs. I'm sure you're okay with that. You can do them when we're done. Bring the hands towards the back of the thighs and just start to scoop the pelvis with the tailbone towards you and then just rolling onto the back. Knees are towards the sky. Picking up the legs, crossing them over to the left side. Take the left hand and just place it on top of the right leg. Now with the left hand on the right thigh, if you can bring the left foot in towards your left glute. This might feel nice, it might feel like torture. But you can grab onto the left foot with your right hand or send it in that direction. And if this still feels okay, you're like, oh, I've got a little bit more space or my shoulders are in the way, you can pick up the left shoulder and send it up and over to the left, just to bring the right shoulder down a little bit more to the back, to the earth. We are at 7:54. If anyone has to go, we are going to take probably an extra 5 minutes or 6 minutes or so. I'll let you know when it's the hour. On an exhale, come back to center with the right leg, the right ankle crossed over the left foot into that figure four. Flexing through the right foot, pick up the left foot. Engaging through the core here. And then just bringing that left knee in back towards your body. Think about energetically flexing through the right foot, sending that right knee away just a little bit from self. And take the left hand on the right foot. Take the right hand to the right thigh, or maybe even the right arm, elbow crease in the right knee, and just take your right foot like a rocking a baby. I feel like my lighting's bad tonight, but you're just kind of rocking this right foot in like a baby. You can even do opposite elbows if you're really flexible. Extend the left leg if that feels okay. Let the head and the neck be heavy onto the earth. Take the right foot into the right hand. Happy baby on one side. Extend the left leg. Extend the right leg long. Maybe grabbing it by the calf or by the foot, whatever you have space for. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bend into that right knee. Send it towards the right armpit. Take a nice 2 deep inhales and exhales here. As you exhale, see if you can bring that knee in a little closer. And then on an exhale, extend the right leg. Take the left hand in the left right calf and just cross that leg over the body just a little bit and feel kind of a nice stretch in the outside of the right glute, right hip. Breathing here. Think about shoulders down into the earth. On an exhale, bring the foot back towards the center. And then with your hands on your thigh or on the calf, on an exhale, bring that knee towards your chest or your nose. One more nice deep bend into that knee. And then plant the right foot to the floor and then the left. Knees towards the sky. Pick up the feet. Send the knees over to the right side. And you can either put the right knee on the outside of the left calf, if that feels okay, or bring the right hand to the outside of the left thigh. You can grab onto the right foot with the left hand if you want. Keeping this out of the low back, trying to keep it into the legs, into the upper back. So pick up that right shoulder, send it up and over to the right so more of the shoulders get onto the earth if you can. Sending the breath wherever you need. Release that bind with the foot and the hands if you have it, and then bring the knees back towards the chest. Adjusting the hips. Left foot, left ankles over the right knee. Pick up that right leg. Bring that in towards your chest. Flex through the left foot. Send the left knee away just a little bit as you bring the right knee in towards you. Left foot, right hand comes to the sole of the left foot. And just go ahead and rock that left leg. Your legs worked super hard today. Your arms also worked really hard today. All those chaturangas. Whoop. Then take the left hand, left foot. Happy baby with the left foot. Extend the right leg. Extend the left leg. And then exhale, bring that left knee in towards the left armpit. Extend that left leg long. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf and cross that left leg over the body. Just working on a nice stretch in the outer side of the left hip and the left glute. And center, if you want to grab the thigh or the calf and just think about bringing that left knee back towards the chest, towards your nose. Feel your legs shaking. And then release the left leg down to meet the right. Just windshield wiper the knees. So bring the feet actually out to the width of the mat. And then bring the knees, kind of windshield wiper them back and forth. Let the hips get involved here. Any extra wiggles, anything your body needs before we move into our Savasana. If you have your blocks and you want to put them underneath your knees for Savasana, that can feel really nice just to kind of let the low back or a pillow or a blanket roll underneath the knees can feel really, really nice. And then just kind of settling in here. Into our Savasana. Let the forehead be soft. Let the jaw and face relax. Release any tension in the head and shoulders. The belly be soft. The hips and the legs be very heavy. Do one scan of the body. See if there's any place that you can release anything that you might be holding on to. As you enjoy this well-earned Savasana. Yoga changes the way that we see things, changes our perception, it changes our view, changes the way you see yourself. Change only happens in the present moment. The past is already done, and the future is just energy and intention. Change only happens in the present moment. The past is already done, and the future is just energy and intention. You have made incredible change in this present moment. Start to bring awareness to the fingers, the toes, maybe rolling out the wrists, the ankles. Take a nice deep inhale, reach the arms overhead. One more inhale, reach the arms in opposite direction of the legs, stretch it out. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a hug. Tell yourself that you love yourself, that you are so proud of yourself. This time you've given yourself is a true gift that only you can provide. Rolling on to one side. Thinking about that intention, that mantra, that change, whatever it was. And then pushing yourself up into a seat. Bringing hands to prayer. The thumb touched between the eyes into the third eye. Recognizing our own intuition within ourselves. Taking a nice inhale, exhale, bowing forward. Calling upon this intuition, this trusting of self, this recognition of the hard work that you have put in over these last 5 weeks. I'm so proud of you. You can bring your hands to your heart. The light in me honors the light in each of you. You're a true gift, and I'm grateful. Thank you.